ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me. When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator. 56. Watch the run.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
Out of the gun, it's Marino. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
And the Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, rock it, let's go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Go.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, Phillips. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Let's go now. You get too money. You got nothing yet. You got nothing. Watch your shit. Watch your shit. Watch your shit. Please. Under 10.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Watch one. Too little, cut.
Second down, Haskins. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Third down, here's Haskins. And Robinson with a big catch. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, exit.
Marino here from the gun. That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Caleb Wilson. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And some room to work. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's another First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Set 90 Wolf. Watch the twist, watch the twist. 36. Ready?
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second down, it's Coleman, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's get off the field, D. Check 13.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Check it.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Bears nothing.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
25, check 25.
Haskins on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
8, read. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Shoot.
On 1st down, Coleman, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Marino. That's going to be caught. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Let's go. 10-2 stop. I'm coming.
It's Coleman here, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Tevin Coleman taking it in. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. An inability. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down.
So nice number one. 3 bucks. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 43.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. It's complete to Robinson. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 3 down. Check 37. Check. Out. Watch out. Check 31.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Robinson's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check. Fresno. Wide.
Play action. Haskins. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Don't get nervous. Check. Jim. Check. Lucky.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback. You draw quarter.
After the interception, here's Marino. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Marino will throw. And he will find his man on the outside. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. This is Coleman looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
218, chopper. Hey, Delta. Look at me. Zip now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Marino in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
45 the mic. I'm trying to...
Yep.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Now Haskins on first down. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 22-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about it right here.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Just like that.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Haskins to throw it. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first. They go play action with Haskins. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Haskins. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On the ground, Kamara. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 44, Haskins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. The 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football now. 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch one. Watch one. Check.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 3rd down, Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I'm coming after you.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Watch one. In your face. That's all right.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
this defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Hey, wahoo! General West.
56. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Yo, back. Let's go.
Marino sets up. He completes it to Evans. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. That first down completion only netted them 3. Second and 7.
They're running, man.
Hey, high 7.
They go play action now. Marino. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
On first down, it's Haskins. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Check.
Haskins will throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Davante Adams, 46 yards, and the Bears are in for 6. Here's McCray now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Hustle, hustle.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Looking left sideline, it's complete. His 2nd catch for the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Coleman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
On the ball. Hey, Charlie. Rap. Shoot.
Here's Marino. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Haskins. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
That's good for the Bears. First down.
When's the mic? Watch one. Watch one. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. It's caught here by Adams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
At the 36-yard line.
And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in Indianapolis. The Colts are the Super Bowl champs. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.